Everyone, I'm Genevieve. Thanks for joining me today for this quick lunch break yoga class. It will only take a few minutes. I want to leave you enough time to go and eat your lunch as well. So let's just drop into it really quickly right now. Come to find your feet hip distance apart, and if you can, be in bare feet. If you can't, you can do this without, but it's really good to get the feet rooted into the earth. It's a very grounding way to reset the body, maybe setting yourself up for the afternoon. So spread the toes wide and then let them fall on the ground. So the toes should spread like fingers. Now, if yours don't, it's just something to work on. It's just a muscle to brain connection that will come over time if you keep practicing it day in and day out. Have the heels tracking behind the second and third toes so that the feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Feel the inner groins pulling forward and the outer hips drawing back. Feel energy extending up through the legs and the thigh bones into the pelvis. Then feel the pelvis neutral. So some of us tend to kick our hips out and some tend to have a sway back. Try and find a neutral position here. It might feel kind of weird if you tend to have one of those tendencies. Have a slight tone in the glutes, not gripping, but just a slight engagement of the glutes. Then feel the torso lengthening up. Low ribs draw in, low belly draws up and in. Extend the arms down by the side, roll the shoulders back. Fingertips are reaching down the legs and feel tall in the chest. Feel the ears stacking over the shoulders. And close your eyes for a moment and just connect. Connect to the inner wisdom of the breath. As you're breathing, focus on the weight in the feet again. Are you maybe rolling in or rolling out to one direction? See if you can find that equal weight on the heel, the space just in front of the heel, and on the toe pads. And gently flutter your eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Look up, drop the right hand down to the right leg and side bend over. Keep length in the side body so we're not collapsing into it. There is some core engagement here. Inhale, back up, both hands reach up. Exhale, right hand reaches down the legs and side bend over. Drop both shoulders down, hips pointing forward. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, hands through heart center as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Taking ragdoll here so you can hold on to opposite elbow. Just let the body sway back and forth a bit. Try and have your hips over top of the heels here. And if this is really tiring for you, you can feel free and relax your bum against a wall and just fold forward. It's very releasing for the low back. It takes away stress on the knees and just lets you sink in a little bit further. Then exhale, release the elbows and reach the fingertips over to the left. Keep the hips stable where they are, coming into a bit of a side stretch in our forward fold. Inhale back through center and exhale over to the right. Really reach out with the left hand, but draw the shoulder back in its socket. Inhale back through center and exhale, come to the front of your mat or just turn to face a quarter turn from where you were. Step the right leg back, coming into a low lunge position. Drop the hips. If it feels good here, drop the back knee. Then shoot the hips back so that the right hip is over top of the right knee, and maybe heel toe the left foot forward just a little bit. Kick up the toes, coming into a half splits, really stretching out through that hamstring. Draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. And if the knee is bent, that's okay. Or elevate the hands on blocks or a little stool or a chair, and that should help find you more length in the leg. Soft bend in the left knee if you're prone to hyperextension, but the knee is not bending. It's just a soft bend to bring you back to neutral. Then rock forward into a lunge again. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. And exhale, rock back. Inhale, reach forward into the left foot and bring the right foot to meet it. Heel toe the feet apart, about mat distance apart, or as wide as you need to drop the hips down. Bring the hands to the heart center and push open the inner legs with the outer arms. And if this is really tough for you, just parallel the feet here and come up a bit higher, reaching the hands away from you, lengthening through the low back. Another alternative is to do this against a wall and have your back leaning back against the wall. It feels so good. Nice way to stretch out the low back, and a great thing to do if you do a lot of seated work or you're an office job, just to take these little malasana breaks throughout the day to stretch out and open up those hip flexors. Stretch out the low back. Maybe send a few emails in this position. Do what works. Then exhale, lean forward so that you're onto your hands and step back with the left foot. First of all, reach the heart forward, keep that knee elevated, and then we'll drop the knee, reach the hips forward. So you're trying to sink deep into them here. Exhale, shift the hips back and heel toe that front foot forward a couple scooches, and pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale, reach forward into your low lunge. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Maybe finding a micro inch more of length each time we rock forward and back. Inhale forward one more time. And exhale back. Good. Step forward into the right foot. Bring the left foot up. Coming back into Malasana for our second round. And if you're finding it hard to get your heels to the ground, elevate your heels on. I like to roll up my mat. This helped me to learn this pose and help me to transition in getting my heels down to the ground. It just acts as a bit of a wedge to make the pose more accessible. Or if you did on the other side, just come up as far as you need to. If you need to come up a little farther and reach the arms forward. You do what works for you. Then exhale, hands come behind you, lower your bum to the floor, and cross the right ankle over top of the left knee, and then bring the left foot in, right fingertips behind you for seated pigeon. You can also do this sitting on a chair if you don't have access to a mat or you don't want to sit on the floor, or if this just bothers you, you can sit on a chair and just cross your ankle over top of the thigh and lean forward, which you can. There's many, many variations of this pose. Thread the needle, laying on your back, you can do this pose. Pigeon pose, typically when we're leaning forward, when we're on our bellies, that's another alternative to this. And the farther your hands walk up towards your knee and the closer your bum gets to your left knee, the more intense the pose will be. So go to where you feel a stretch. Keep the right foot and ankle flexed. Then exhale, slowly release that. Extend the left leg out. Right foot comes about a hand's width away from the left leg. So I take a spread hand and I place it right beside my thigh, and then I place my right foot right to the outside of the thumb. Left fingertips beside you, reach the right arm up, and exhale, reach forward, and then internally rotate your shoulder, reaching back and around so the palm is facing out on the right side of the back. You can stay here if this is enough, or reach around to bind. Right hand holds onto left wrist and the left hand is pointing out away from the body. Then try to center the shoulders, push weight into the right foot, and try and fold your body forward over the left leg. And if you're feeling really stuck in this pose, you're not alone. This has been a pose I've been working on for many years, and it's one that I always feel stuck in. Inhale, look up and lengthen, and exhale, release. Extend the right leg out, bend up the left ankle, cross it over the right thigh, and bend up the right foot, coming into our seated pigeon, or whatever variation you took on the other side. One more breath in and out. Good. Extend out the right leg and bring the left foot one spread, hands distance away. Bring the right fingertips beside you. Inhale, left arm reaches up, fold forward and wrap the arm around the left knee, palm faces out, either staying here or holding on shirt or your right wrist. That's okay. It's okay in the beginning. As you reach forward, gain the flexibility, then we work out. Knee upright. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, release. And just shake out the legs here. And then you can come into a seated position, either on your mat or on your chair, just for a moment to regroup before you head off on your way. Hands come to your knees. And just take in 3 deep breaths on your own time. Deep inhale, expanding through all areas of the chest and the back. And the exhale releases all the stale air, making room for fresh, reoxygenated blood and air. And bring your hands to your heart center. And just bow down to yourself, thanking yourself for taking these quick moments in your day while you're at work to rejuvenate and give your body the stretch and love that it needs. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. That was such a great little stretch. I hope you feel a little looser and limberer and maybe a little more pep in your step to carry you through the rest of the afternoon. I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.